Well, greetings, one, and greetings, all. I hope you're doing fine today, as I am too. And I tell you what, I am so honored and delighted to be with all of you on today. It truly means a lot to me. Thank you very much for being here. I appreciate it. And I would like to welcome all of you to another episode of TJ's Topics. I tell you, so glad to have these few moments to share with you. I consider it a joy, an honor, and a privilege to be able to come into your presence on any given occasion. Now, today's topic is boredom can be a blessing. That is what we are going to focus on for the next few minutes. Boredom can be a blessing. Now, a lot of people may not see it that way, but I'm here to tell you, it can be. Now, if you're like me, you probably didn't enjoy being bored when you were a child, when you were growing up. We like to find things to get into, something to keep us busy because it seems like time goes by so slow during childhood. But once we become adults, then that's when we discover how quickly time passes. And it's like there are not enough hours in a day for us to finish all the tasks that we're trying to complete. And it can be rough sometimes. It really can. So, what are the benefits of being bored? Because, we rip and run all the time, going back and forth to work, got to run errands and do this and that. But sometimes we need to slow down and take it easy. There are benefits to being bored, believe it or not. Being bored can offer significant benefits for your mental health and personal development by providing a necessary break from constant stimulation. It serves as a signal that your current situation lacks meaning and motivates you to seek out more fulfilling activities, fostering creativity, self-reflection, and problem-solving skills. Those are some of the benefits to boredom. Now, some people may still feel like, I just can't stand the thought of not having something to do. And I've been there too, but you know what? There is a tremendous amount of benefits to just kicking back and relaxing, and that's something that we all must take time to do because I tell you, you can run yourself to death, figuratively, and if you're not careful, literally. Now, the information I just shared with you comes from a past issue of Psychology Today, the magazine, if you're familiar with it. And they often feature various experts on different things that people deal with in their daily lives. So I think it's important that we learn how to take time out for ourselves. Enjoy not doing anything sometimes. It may seem boring, but it can be beneficial to you in more ways than one. Now, there are key benefits to embracing boredom. Did you know that? And number one is enhanced creativity. Gives us an opportunity to kind of focus on our dreams and aspirations and what have you. Things that, hobbies, maybe hobbies that you want to pursue that you don't all the time get a chance to do because you're so busy ripping and running. Number two, improved mental clarity and reduced stress. Because who in the world wants to go through their entire life stressed out about this and that? We simply do not have enough time for that. considering the fact that life is extremely short. Number 3, motivation and goal reassessment. Considering the things that really matter the most. Now, that's something that boredom can help us to turn our attention to, and that can be a good thing. Number 4, development of life skills, especially for children. And when you're a child, you're trying to figure out ways to navigate through this world and try to live life in a way that will bring you a sense of peace and joy and happiness. But it can be rough out here for kids, dealing with peer pressure and stuff like that. And now, with the age of social media, that's something that we Gen Xers and generations before us didn't have to deal with. There's an added amount of pressure on these kids. And so they don't like being bored, but I promise you, it will help them if they learn to embrace it sometimes. And number 5, and this is my personal one here that I added, it keeps an individual from getting in trouble. Because I tell you, and you know what the old saying goes, trouble is easy to get into, but it's hard to get out of. But when you find yourself in a state of boredom, when you're at home, not doing anything, not around a whole lot of people, you're not out there running with the crowd, and you're just kind of, in your house or maybe with a family member or some, whoever it is, and you're just experiencing a peaceful moment, not all wrapped up, tied up, and tangled up in a bunch of mess. Yeah, that may be considered a boring life, but it can be a safe and healthy life at the same time. And the last point I would like to make is being in a state of boredom may cause you to feel a sense of disappointment. But in the end, it could possibly save your life. And so these are just a handful of the benefits that come along with being bored. Once again, boredom can be a blessing. And I'm a living witness. So tell me, have you ever experienced moments in your life where you've been bored and didn't have anything to do, and you wish that you could be out there with others doing this and doing that? But then as you got older, you realized, you just don't enjoy that anymore. You'd rather be at home and enjoying your peace of mind. I'm sure you have. So thank you very much for your few moments of undivided attention. And I thank you so much for tuning in to this episode of TJ's Topics. I really appreciate it. And I hope to see you again next time, okay? Share this with whoever you wish. And so hopefully they will start to appreciate being bored as well. This is Taryn Jerome Harris, reminding you that every round goes higher and higher. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.